Now we're live on Facebook. Got to unmute the microphone. That's right. We're doing all kinds of fun things this morning. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this. This is an epic moment. This is episode number 799. Can you believe it? Episode 799 of hashtag. Oh, I forgot to unmute this one. All right. Dude, all right, this is crazy. This is the first time. This is an epic moment. I hope everybody's ready. We've never done anything like this before. This is episode number 799 of hashtag Rise and Grind, and we're doing things a little bit differently. We're actually live in Clubhouse. We're live on Facebook, and we're live on Instagram all at the same time. I'm mind blown right now. I'm like, pow! So super excited. Now, with all the different lives, we got to make sure to deliver an incredible, incredible show. So I hope you guys are ready for an amazing episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. Let's do this. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, we got all kinds of things going on this morning. This is absolutely incredible. Today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021. Now, listen, you and I got to talk because you are ultimately a reflection of the people around you. We're going to start off today with that. The good, the bad, the ugly. You are a reflection of the people around you. So what are you going to do about it? That's the question I want to ask you this morning. Listen, today is February 2nd, 2021. That's right. We're moving. We're shaking. Life's going. All right. It's happening fast. So what are you going to do about it? What are you gonna do about today? How are you gonna make today this first time that it's ever been February 2nd, 2021, and the last time it'll ever be February 2nd, 2021? How are you gonna make this an impactful day in your life? That's my question for you this morning. Yes, I'm punching you right in the face first thing in the morning, 5 a.m. Let's go. 5:30 a.m. Let me clarify. All right, because listen, we're talking about a simple truth right here. Your network is your net worth. Now, I know you've heard this before, but I want to make sure that you're truly processing the brevity. That's not the right word. The enormity. That's the word I'm looking for. I want to make sure you're truly processing the enormity of this fact that your network is your net worth, not just necessarily dollars that we're talking about. It's the overall value that your life and that you bring to the table. Your network has everything to do with it. All right. So great. You get it. You're like, Glenn, I get that. My network is my net worth. So how do I take that information that I have and do something with it? That's the question, right? You know your network is your net worth. So how do you take that knowledge and that wisdom and actually go out and practically apply it? Apply this principle so it can ultimately change your life. Well, listen, yesterday here on hashtag Rise and Grind, we discussed the cold, hard fact that you ultimately are a reflection of the people around you. Now, that's a huge, huge, huge statement. I don't want you to just glance over that. I know you're probably grabbing some coffee. I know you're probably doing some things this morning. I don't want you to glance over this cold, hard truth. You are a reflection of the people around you. So start thinking about it now. Who's around you? Who are the last 3 or 4 people that you had conversations with? What kind of life are they living? What's their lifestyle like? Are they living a lifestyle that you would want to live? Are they mirroring or reflecting in a way that's the direction you want to move? Think about your last 3, 4 conversations. I also want you to think about the last 3 or 4 media things that you've poured yourself into. What have you been watching on TV? What have you been looking at on your phone on the internet? And I don't need you to answer that out loud, because half of us probably don't want to share or would be embarrassed or ashamed of the areas that we spend our lives in. I understand. I was you. I used to not understand how important it was to protect my environment. So when I say your network is your net worth, I'm not just talking about the people that you interact with in real life as human beings. I'm talking about everything that you're consuming at all times from all different angles. You are a reflection of the people around you. Now, listen, we talked about that yesterday. You can go catch that episode at glennlundy.com if you missed it. But today I'm going to teach you how you can actually rise in life by lifting others. That's what we're going to talk about today. This awesome, awesome, awesome saying, we rise by lifting others. Let's dive in. But before we go too far here, before I get way too far ahead of myself, because I'm super excited because we're actually live on Instagram. I've been wanting to be live on Instagram as well as the other places for a really long time. But before we go too far, we got to do some dancing here on hashtag Rise and Grind. That's what we do.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, stay woke.
That's right. There we go. Hey, listen, for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to get that body in motion. You see, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So I need you to get the body in motion, get the blood flowing, get the heart pumping, get to doing all of those things. Let's do that right now. This is also the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change the way somebody starts their day is for you to hit that share button. So if you're on Facebook, share it out. If you're on Clubhouse, ping some people in. If you're on Instagram, I don't even know what you can do on Instagram. Can you share a live feed? I don't know how that works. This is also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Dude, Ashley is with me over there on Instagram. What's up, Wayne Massam on Instagram? Gidora Clothing Brand is with us over on Instagram. Over on Clubhouse, we got all our incredible moderators that are up there with us. Sorry about that. We got our incredible moderators. We've also got Evgenia and Keisha and Christina and Roy and Tamika and Vana and Kiana and Cynthia and Tammy. All kinds of folks with us over there on Clubhouse. I see Sarah Holland over there on Instagram and Mike Way. And then there's a bunch of people with us on Facebook too. But I didn't think that all the way through. So I'm using my phone to go live on Instagram, and I can't see my Facebook peeps. But my guess is, if I was guessing, I'd say that my friend Taco Sarah Ball is with us this morning. My guess is Don Sankey is probably with us this morning. Mr. Mike Overfelt and Travis Flaherty, they're probably with us this morning. I know my girl Liza Myers-Vortis and Scott Simons and all the people over at CMA, Carter Myers Automotive Group. I know they're with us this morning. I know Jeremy Nolan is with us this morning. I know it, right? Wendy's with us this morning. There's all kinds of y'all. I know Vicky's there and Gail and Susan and all those folks. You guys are here. Thank you so much for always joining me here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Listen, if you haven't done so, I need you to shoot me a text, okay? I want you to be in my text community. I send out like motivational messages and do things like that. So text me right now at 859-208-2351. 859-208-2351. Shoot me a text and just tell me where you heard this. Like, are you texting from Facebook? Are you texting from Instagram? Are you texting from Clubhouse? Where are you texting me from? But I want to connect with you. I want to be able to send you messages. I'm all about relationships, man. I want to build a relationship with you. I don't want this to just be a one-way communication. Let's double it up. All right, so send me a message. All right, we're going to dive in today's episode of hashtag Rise and Grind. We rise by lifting others.
God in the universe can do it. The God that made everything will make you to be the best version of yourself. And you're making these incredible decisions. Join this group, hashtag Rise and Grind.
Hello? There it is. That was weird. I had no mic over on Facebook for a second. The phone number is 859-208-2351. 859-208-2351. All right. Hey, check it out, man. There's a young lady named Danielle Delgado. You guys know her? There's a young lady named Danielle Delgado, and she is an amazing, amazing superhuman that is helping make millionaires all around the globe. She's an incredible speaker and an incredible friend of mine. And so Danielle is actually going to be doing a segment on Breakfast with Champions over on Clubhouse every Tuesday now at 9 a.m. She's going to be doing a segment, 9 a.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that. So Danielle Delgado, this amazing superhuman that's doing all these amazing things, and Lisa Copeland. Now, Lisa Copeland is a real estate expert who also came from the automotive industry. She's been on Fox News and all kinds of other places. She's an amazing superhuman as well. Danielle and Lisa and this guy named Shaka Dyson. This guy named Shaka Dyson, who's the #1 finance and insurance trainer in the world. I got a story to tell you about him. Danielle Delgado, Lisa Copeland, Shaka Dyson, and also a lady named Sharon Lechter. Sharon Lechter, who has sold 34 million books worldwide. Her and this guy named Brian Benstock. I know I'm dropping a lot of names on you. Follow me here. Her and this guy named Brian Benstock, who's the #1 Honda dealer in the world, all came together with this guy, Steve Brewster. That's right. I'm giving you another name. They all came together with this guy named Steve Brewster. Steve Brewster was the owner of Wholesale Inc., went from like nothing to making millions and millions and millions of dollars while serving Nashville, Tennessee in an amazing way. The 6 of them showed up in Nashville, Tennessee on August 15th, 2019. Danielle Delgado, Lisa Copeland, Shaka Dyson, Sharon Lechter, Brian Benstock, and Steve Brewster all showed up in Nashville, Tennessee and spoke at an event called Grow Your Business for God's Sake for Me, for free. That's right. They traveled. They jumped on planes. They came over. We stayed at the Opryland Hotel, I think it was. Opryland, Nashville. Super, super nice place. But they came and they spent 3 days in Nashville, Tennessee on their dime. Didn't pay them. Crazy, right? woman that sold 34 million books, number one F&I trainer in the world, right? Fox News, millionaire makers, wholesale, number one Honda deal, like incredible humans, high net worth, doing amazing things. They all flew, left their families, left what they were doing, came and spent 3 days with me in Nashville, Tennessee, and spoke at an event for free. Why? Why'd they do that? Well, we're going to talk about that, and we're actually going to go a little bit further. Jen Gottlieb and Chris Winfield, the ultimate connectors, amazing superhumans. Michael Cirillo, top 50 podcaster in the world. Kristen Kingsbury, ultimately made, she doesn't like talking about her net worth, but a lot of money in the real estate world. Trevor Houston's got a show out of Texas, got his own show, and he's helping people place jobs, hundreds and thousands of people. He's helping them find jobs. Michelle McLean, who's building an empire online and creative and digital and helping humans all over the world do amazing things. Brian Hess, this guy who owns the Pavement Group and is paving parking lots all over the country on a massive level. Scott Simons, owner of 5 car dealerships in Virginia and is also inspiring humans all over the world. William Tong, the William Tong. For those of you who don't know who he is yet, you will. The William Tong. He's like the ultimate clubhouse champion. David Meltzer, the guy who used to own the sports agency that the real life Jerry Maguire worked at. All of them, all of those names above, they have all committed to time slots weekly to helping me build my newest brand under the Glenn Lundy LLC umbrella, Breakfast with Champions. Now, those are just the ones that committed to a segment every week. That doesn't include my new friends like Sarah Holland and the joint venture experts and Josh Lee and Jarrett and some of these other moderators, these incredible moderators, right? Nate, of course, and Shaquan and Tanner and Ashley and Lauren and Scott Flansburgh, the human calculator, and Curtis, our Olympic athlete. Like, that doesn't include them. They also support Breakfast with Champions on their dime for free. But the ones I just listed, those are the ones that they've actually committed to a time slot, multiple hours a week to bring content and to bring value, all under the Breakfast with Champions umbrella. Why? Why do they do that? These are busy, high net worth individuals, super high earners. Why do they choose to help me grow my brand? Well, here's the secret. And this is what I want to share with you today. We rise by lifting others. The more people we lift up in our lives, the more we spotlight other humans through our lives, the more we ultimately empower others in our thoughts, words, and actions, the higher we rise. The higher we rise. So I'm going to give you some perfect examples of this, all right? That's the Glenn Lundy example. That's one thing. But let me show you how this works out there in the world. Have you ever heard of this woman named Ellen? Has anybody ever heard of Ellen before? She just goes by one name most of the time, right? You just say Ellen and everybody knows who that is. All right. How did Ellen become such a big name and as famous as she ultimately is? Yes, she was a comedian. Yes, she worked her tail off to get in there. But where did her true big fame come from? When she started to highlight others. When she started to interview other people. When she created this stage and this platform and she brought other people onto it and helped make them bigger stars. What about Oprah? Anybody ever heard of Oprah? She's another one of those people that she just has one name, right? You don't have to say her full name to know exactly who she is. Those of you that are watching on Facebook can see the picture of her. Those of you on Instagram can picture her in your head. Those of you in Clubhouse can picture her as well. One name, Oprah. Oprah had to work her way to the stage. She had to go through a lot in her life, right? She had an incredibly challenging life. But how did she become so high net worth, not just in money, but as far as intrinsic value? How did she do it? By highlighting others, by lifting others, by pouring into others, by creating book clubs that help other people sell their books, by creating charities and organizations that help lift other people up, literally off the floor. She became one of the most famous females on the planet, if not one of the most famous humans on the planet, by lifting others. There's this guy named Conan O'Brien. You guys probably know Conan O'Brien, right? Conan O'Brien, he's got a show late at night. I'm sure you've heard of it, right? Conan worked his tail off and went through a lot to finally get cameras on him. And now that he's got the cameras on him, he's ultimately used that platform and that stage to do what? To highlight others. Dude, the list goes on and on. There's a guy named Leno. Have you heard of him? What about Ryan Seacrest? Ever heard his name? How about this guy named Joe Rogan? This guy named Joe Rogan, they got a $100 million contract doing what? What is he doing? He's interviewing other people. He created a stage and a platform. He worked his tail off to build an audience and a following, and ultimately he turned that following into a stage that highlights other people. That's how he became valuable. Makes sense? Are you listening to me this morning? When you look at any of them, what do? Every single one of them give other people a stage and an opportunity to shine. That's exactly what every single one of those people do. You see, here's the trick. When you stop thinking about yourself and you start finding ways to serve other people, your life will transform. That's the message this morning. If you didn't listen to the first 20 minutes and you don't listen to the last 7, let me say this one more time for the people in the back. When you stop thinking about yourself and start finding ways to serve others, your life will transform. I see this in business. Like, for example, there's this place called Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky. An incredible, incredible dealership that was a huge part of transforming my life to where I am today. This dealership is ran by a guy named Josh Cummins and his brother, Dusty Cummins. Josh Cummins is an incredibly humble human being. And the entire time I worked for that organization, he humbly sat in the passenger seat, allowing others to drive. He allowed me to drive. He allowed the other leaders in the organization to drive, from his finance managers to his sales managers to his salespeople. He allowed them to brand themselves, to push themselves out, to highlight themselves, to spotlight themselves. He made sure to spotlight them. He made sure to lift them up. He made sure to encourage them. He took a humble passenger seat on the ride, and in doing so grew his business 800%, making him the second largest used car franchise dealership in the country. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Listen to me. I see it in business. I also see it in families. Like, let's be real and raw. Everyone knows. If you know me, if you don't know me yet, you will. But if you know me, everyone knows that my wife, Leslie Lundy, is the real asset to this company. She's the real asset in the Glenn Lundy brand. She's the OG. Like, she's the CEO of everything. She's the true asset. But she sits in the passenger seat. Even more so, she sits in the back seat and allows me to be the spotlight. She gives me the stage. She allows me to go out there and chase my dreams and be the face of the organization. But she's the VIP. That's just facts, folks. None of this exists without Leslie Lundy, period. Simple as that. You see, her stock ultimately goes up by letting me shine. And you guys already know this. You guys send her messages all the time. She gets messages, she gets gifts, she gets packages, she gets all this stuff because you guys know this inherently. You know that her stock and value has gone up tremendously since she's allowed me to shine. Zig Ziglar puts it to you this way. Zig Ziglar says, you can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want. The best way for you to get what you want in life is by helping others get what they want in life. So when I say your network is your net worth, good, bad, ugly, or beautiful, you choose. Choose to audit who you hang around, and then choose to ultimately elevate those around you. Because here's the bottom line. They say the high tide rises all boats. And I say we rise by lifting others. It's the human network. It's the human network. You see, here's one thing that I believe, friends. I believe that you and I are children of God, the God of the universe. And I believe that that God gave us both the ability and responsibility to become the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. Not for us, not for you, not for me, but ultimately so that we can go out and make an impact in other people's lives. We can all make each other better when we come together. If we all focus on others instead of self, it'll make a massive impact on this planet. Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. That's right. You can go to glennlundy.com. There we go. Sorry, I had to do that. If you need more videos like this, you can go to glennlundy.com. You can download them there. If you haven't done so already, make sure you shoot me a text. I want you in my text community, 859-208-2351. Make sure you share this out. Make sure you ping some people into the room. We're going to go hang out over on Clubhouse right now. We're going to be here for another 4 hours. We've got incredible interviews today. I think there's 2 different interviews today. And then we've got Danielle Delgado doing her new segment today. Liza's going to be in there. Scott Simons, Josh Cummins, all these people that I just named, all these incredible champions, Chris and Jen Gottlieb and everybody. They're all going to be hanging out in Breakfast with Champions over on Clubhouse. So come hang out with us. I'm going to be there for 4 more hours. I'll be there until 10 a.m. answering questions, talking about what we just talked about, all that stuff. But if you can't make it, do me a huge favor. Come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. because we're going to do this all over again on #RiseAndGrind. Hey, I love you, friend. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. Have an incredible day. Woo! Let's do this.